All right, folks, good evening. Welcome to the D-Lud Golf Channel. We're going to do a shaft exchange on the 5-iron tonight, and I already took some swings, a fresh new set of data with the 5-iron with the current shaft, which is a KBS Tour X Lite. I believe that comes in like 109 grams or something like that, or 110 maybe 105. The light KBS Tour lights are not as light because they're the Tour version, but they're lighter, so I forget what they actually are. We're replacing them with graphite. I've been a fan of graphite shafts in my irons for a while, and I've switched back and forth 100 times. We had been playing a Fujikura Speeder, which is a pretty cheap graphite shaft, and those were stiff. I've been really liking the extra stiff KBS Tours, the extra stiff part of them. And so we went with Catalyst 80 gram extra stiff, and we found them on eBay. Someone had pulled them already, and they did a really good job of keeping them clean and nice and keeping the tips unfrayed. So kudos to the eBay seller who took these out. Everything you need to do this I have right here. We have a blowtorch to get this head off. We have a new ferrule. We're going with these colored ferrules, and we'll have to put a little more room in that thing. We have a brush tip to clean the inside of the head, and we have a couple drill bits and my drill, and we'll get to those. And then we have epoxy and our glass beads and a couple of toothpicks for the epoxy to stir and an oven mitt to pull the head off without burning your hand. So that's everything we need. We'll double check that this is the right shaft. That looks correct. We'll also probably need some sandpaper to take that down a little more. All right, I think we're ready though. Let's do a tad bit of prep first. What do we say? So this, since it's a pull, there's glue in the very tip of this thing, and I want to relieve that hole because you can create suction when you try and go glue it again. Just gotta get it in the center. Okay, hole reestablished. So I want the epoxy to be able to go in there, because if you have that closed and you try and stick it down in there with a bunch of glue, it may not even get to the bottom. It may just push the glue in more depending on your seal. So you want to really take this down quite a bit, and then also make sure you have a hole right there. The other thing we can do with the drill is widen our ferrule. In my experience, every ferrule I've ever bought does not slide on to the shaft well enough. Like, it seems to be universal. I have one of these little shaft holder rubber things, and I'll put the ferrule in there and just hold it really tight, and then just take a 1/2-inch drill and drill it out. All right, we're through. You really almost have to like wiggle it around, make it wide enough. See if that did any damage. Let me slide it on. Ooh, close. Close. So I'll sand this down a little, and we might have to go back and drill this a little bigger again at the end there before we glue everything. But that's the process. Let's get to the fun part, and that is heating this up right here on the neck. We're gonna like just twirl it around. Not very long, 1 minute, something like that. And then we'll try and pull it off. If it doesn't pull off, you heat it a little more. We're not gonna go crazy. Oh, maybe. I might need a secondary light source. Looks like my starter is not working. All right, let's try this. All right, I think I'm out of propane. This is gonna be a short video then. Do I have my other little torch? Okay, this one might do it. Let's see. Hoping I have enough butane in here to do the job. You can almost start to tell because the ferrule will start to get a little melty looking, and that's a pretty good sign. I'm afraid to stop heating it, but we're gonna try. Well, maybe. First try. First try. That's it. Little butane torch. It comes off. If I was smart, I would have a rag ready to wipe it right now while it's hot, and then this comes off pretty clean. We missed our opportunity there. That's okay. We're done with this. This shaft is officially a pulled shaft. If you buy something on eBay that says it's a pulled shaft, this is what they do. Okay, they pull it off. If I were to sell these, I would heat up and pull this ferrule off, and then I would probably drill out the glue in here for the next user, and I would keep these nice grips on there and just like sell them as a pack, and that would be the end of that. So we'll keep this. If we put this on the 5-iron and we like literally can't hit it, or the shafts are completely wonky, then all we do is clean this up and we put it right back on here. So that is worst case scenario. I think I'm gonna like these. I think it'll give me a little feel back, and I do feel like those clubs are heavy, so a little lighter won't hurt anybody. All right, we need to let that cool off, so I'm gonna drill this out a little more. I don't really recommend holding it. It's spun out of my hand a lot, and I've drilled my hand because of that. But I also just keep trying it, so and it's still really not super great. It's really hot. Okay, we're getting there. We're sort of getting there. I can maybe pound that in. All right, let's move on. Where's my oven mitt? oven mitt drill. Let's do the brush. There's just a bunch of old glue in there. And all the dust comes out. Now this dust we actually want to clean up too, because it'll mess with your epoxy. Okay. Sorry for the noise too. That's probably not ideal for everybody. All right, we got a really clean bit here. So it's still warm to the touch from just the little torching. I was hoping I had paper towels. So really I want to almost get something wet and make sure we clean out all this dust. That's right, it's still hot. Alright, really we just gotta get this prepped. I have sandpaper. Okay, sandpaper. So a lot of people have a sander. That's probably better, but just getting the end a little smaller and a little rougher. This is just 60 grit, but you could use anything. This depends on how long you want it to take. Okay, let's see if that helped our ferrule situation too. It's getting there. Golly. Ferrules always say like, yeah, this will fit 0.37. Then it never does. Oh, let's see. Moment of truth here too. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good fit. So there's gonna be our finished product. Looks nice. Let's get this ferrule on there then. So we did pretty perfect on the sanding, so we're not going to do any more there. We just need the ferrule to fit. I wish they made a drill bit that was 0.37, 2 or something really exact that I could drill this out, but it's making me do it manually so far. And so we continue. I'm gonna have to do this for 7 of them, which is just amazing. Do one more time. I'm just moving the drill bit in the circle, taking more and more out of the inside walls. Here is something that can totally happen when you do this. It just broke. It's not going to be a huge deal as long as we can fit both pieces on. Then we'll just make sure there's some epoxy in between. Oh, we finally got it on. Okay, so here is our finished product. We're going to go black on black with that ferrule mix. Then the catalyst. I'm probably going to do label out. So we'll do it like that. Cool? Oh my goodness. Okay, next. Epoxy. I like I like 24-hour epoxy, just AB, and then you can get shaft beads, which is just little pieces of glass that are really circular, and they help fill in gaps, basically. So just need somewhere to mix. And I have been eyeballing this my whole life, and it's never been a problem. I like to do the clear one first because it's really thick, and so it stays kind of in your, did we not open them? These are new, so wouldn't surprise me. They're not open. I have something I can go. Just want to open it without getting my hands all gross. There we go. Okay, there's the clear one. Now, since it's 24-hour, it takes a while to harden. It takes a while to even become like a molasses-like substance. And so usually I would get it going, mix it, and then leave it for maybe 15, 20. We're not going to need a ton. I'm going to do about a nickel size of each of these. This one's so much more runnier that I end up using a little more sometimes on accident. I've found that the ratios don't have to be crazy accurate, but we're going to get it mixed. We're going to add our little shaft beads. Like, literally, it's like sprinkling salt on your meal, sort of. You just get a little in there. Now, this brand new epoxy is really runny compared to the one I had that was like 3 years old. So I wish I was gonna let it sit here a minute, but I think we should get this thing glued up and just let it rest. Okay, so we know we need some where the ferrule goes. Oh, I do need some paper towels. Paper towels are essential. Well, I have them right here. Paper towels are essential because we're gonna wipe up the excess once we get it going. Okay. So, are we happy with the mix? I am. Let's first get like in between here because we know that we are missing a connection. So, blat. And then a little bit up top. Okay, so this is gonna all go over that when we put the club head on. Club head. Make sure that, oh shoot, we forgot to clean it out. Whoa! David. It's okay, we got this. Just need some water, maybe. Some water. Okay. I did say I wanted to get all that dust out. dust will just kind of become a layer between the club head and all of the glue and the shaft. So we do want to take care of that. Get it all in there. Spin it around a little. Okay. Feeling better about that. Now I want to make sure it's dry in there for the same reason. The epoxy does not want to be wet. So another pro tip, when you're done gluing it up, leave this little piece of cardboard with the toothpick in it. And you can come check on it later and see if it hardened properly and if it feels like, a good piece of glass. It almost feels like glass. It'll be very hard to the touch. Then you know you did a good job. Okay, I'm happy. Let's go. Glue in. Get all the walls. Since we are only doing one club, we can just use all of this. Let it spill out. It'll be fine. Okay, so it's all in there. Then I want a little bit on the shaft as well. So I'm just taking the toothpick and rubbing it on the shaft and inside the club head. All right, moment of truth. Pretty good fit. So if you happen to have like a .355 club head and you were trying to put it in a .37 or switch that point whatever shaft, .355 shaft, putting in a .37 club head, they make these little copper shims that you can use, and those are pretty cool. That'll fill the gaps. This one fit pretty nice. I wanted to do label up, so it's going to require a little bit of eyeballing. I like to put the club face 90 degrees and then just rotate the shaft till it's straight up and down. That's how I start. Since it's 24-hour epoxy, we have literally forever to line this up. And honestly, it might even be easier in about 20 minutes when the epoxy starts to harden a bit. But that's it. Once this hardens, I'm going to re-grip it with a standard grip. This is like a mid-size or jumbo +4 MCC. But here's the finished product. We've wiped off excess epoxy. The rest of it is inside of there. It's nice and snug. And we're just going to let it harden overnight for sure. The 24-hour epoxy, I find that you can pretty much hit it in about 12 hours because it's such a thin layer. You don't need all 24 hours. You're not putting a half gallon of it together or anything. Okay. I guess we could play some golf and we just won't have a 5-iron. We do need to clean up a bit. Okay, so it's still so loose that it would fall out, but I do want to set it down and look at it. Make sure I like the face angle of the shaft. Graphic? That looks pretty freaking good. I'm pretty anal about this, so when my friends get their clubs redone by me, I'm really anal about it, and I just sit here and look at it. So I'm just barely turning it until that label looks perfect against a square face. And then honestly, I'm just going to, how do I want to do it? I kind of want to do it upside down. I don't see this going anywhere. Did that just move? It just moved on me. Whoa. It is still very warm. Alright, that looks really good though. Okay, we're gonna find a place for it over here. Let's line it up one more time. It looks pretty dang good. And I'm lucky to have the grip aligned. The people who used it lasted graphic down, so the alignment line is also going right down the graphic. It looks pretty good. At this point, I would be pretty happy letting it dry. Kind of want to just like micro turn it. One more little niche. Okay. Walk away. Leave this little thing with the toothpick. That'll harden like glass if we've done our mix right. It's so hot in the garage that that's going to take a while to cure. But I guess I do want it facing down so that if there is any excess glue, it runs towards that hole in the bottom and fills in any sort of gaps. That's it. That is how you reshaft your 5-iron to a graphite shaft with a new ferrule. If we like how that feels and looks and hits, then we'll do all the rest of the irons. I even have an extra one that's a little longer for like a hybrid or something. And so hopefully these are something I really like. Sandpaper back, take the oven mitt back inside, clamps. Good thing we had the torch. I have to go get a new propane tank. This back. Let's see, put me back in a small thing. Let's see. Right? Right? Right. Okay, we got paper towels. Our box over here. When we're done, I'll probably bring that inside and let it cure in like 80-degree weather, 70-degree weather instead of 95. I think it'll just have a harder time at that temperature. Although it is kind of exothermic, so it heats up anyway, so maybe it will do better in the heat. All right, do we have anything left? Anything fun? Oh, the BMW's already on here. Damn. I thought that this one looked fun. I joined another league. I mean, why not, right? But it's the fantasy par 3 courses, like all the Seadrum courses and stuff. And this week, it's not fantasy, it's at the Central Park par 3. But I think that's another league to enter, because these don't take very long, the par 3s. And it's the part of my game I want to sharpen up all the time. So it makes sense to me to do it that way. Oh, is the chat there? Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Everyone played a lot of golf this weekend. I saw the Discord light up with a bunch of scorecards, which is cool. I also played yesterday. I drove 8 hours on Friday night. So like Friday morning, I took off work. I did all my weekend chores, like mowed the lawn, took care of the pool, picked up all the outside stuff, etc., etc. And then I got out of here at, gosh, I don't know, 11:30. Drove all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Stayed at my friend's house, which was fun. And then played golf the next morning and ended up surprising my friend for his 40th birthday. Sorry, we're 40 now. And so his brother had been like, hey, let's go play golf. I have these like vouchers over at Los Altos. And he's like, okay, we're just you and me or what? And he's like, yeah, just you and me. He's like, well, why don't we ask other people to play in our twosome? He's like, no one can play. Because he was going to surprise him with me and his other friend from Colorado being at the course, being like the other twosome. And that part actually worked out pretty well. Like, he was surprised and he was all touched that we'd even travel all that way for him and all that stuff. And then that wasn't even the surprise part. We were just kind of the distraction, because he was supposed to go after golf to this sports bar that his mom had rented out and got like all his friends and family to go to an open bar, like sports bar event for his 40th and meet and surprise him. And so our plan was to play golf and then just be like, yeah, let's go get a drink and like drive over there, and then everyone would be there. But we finished golf so fast that we had like an hour and a half to kill before anyone was going to show up at that place. And so it became a little awkward, like me and our friend from Colorado, Kyle, and his brother were just kind of lying constantly, like, oh yeah, let's just stay in here and maybe we can go play a putting game for a while, and hey, do you want to maybe like get some food in the clubhouse, or like all this stuff over and over. And that was a good start. And like, we have no business going and playing the putting game because it's like 1,000,000 degrees outside, but we did it. And then that worked because we were like, all right, let's go find somewhere to sit down and have another drink. Keep this going because we're only in town for one day, blah blah. And then we show up at the sports bar place and we're like, oh, why don't you go first, sir? Because like everyone was gonna surprise him, and it ended up working. It was a lot of effort. Played some golf though, and saw a lot of old friends and stuff, which was fun. It's a good start. Hopefully, we don't need a 5 iron. 3. And I struggled. I've been struggling of whether or not to even make this change. Besides it looking cool to my eye and being graphite and feeling a little better, maybe on my wrists and stuff, and being a little lighter, like I've been hitting these pretty good. And so to say, let's do something different is kind of stupid, I think, but I'm going to keep them. I can always go back. Just would cost me some glue and some ferrules to go back. So settle. Let's see. Out on course, I didn't drive the ball that great. I maybe hit half the fairways, and I hit one out of bounds, which hurt me because I ended up um, getting up and down for what would have been a birdie with my second drive, but it was bogey. Oh, and then on a par 5, I hit right and was like behind the tree line, but I had this little opening and I had water left and water right, but my 3 wood would maybe carry both waters if I hit it good, and then it would run up maybe up this hill to the green on a par 5. Like that would have been best case scenario. And I don't know why I had such confidence that that might happen, because it could have easily just, I could have topped it a little because it was in the desert too. I hit it out of the dirt, but I ended up hitting like a career 3 wood that was on a dead line for the green, and I hit before the guys cleared the green in front of us because I just assumed it would just land kind of up front, 40 yards, 50 yards short. But it went all the way up to the green, and I had an eagle putt. So it's 2 eagle putts in 2 rounds, which felt cool. I missed it. It was a tap in birdie, but just sit a little. Give me a putt. It's gonna be breaking quite a bit, maybe like out here-ish. One more click. And a 30-footer. I didn't look at the stimp. Let's just pretend it's 11. 7.5. Start breaking. Oh, God. I hit it way too hard. I thought I adjusted to the greens pretty well out there, and the greens were in good shape. I still had like 32 putts or something, though. And 2 3 putts. So even I made a couple like 10-footers and stuff, though, to help me, but still got to get better at putting outdoors for sure. Jukebox hero. All right. Just a little pitching wedge. Oh, thought I hit that good. Damn you. I kind of pushed it. Gonna be fine. So I'm in really good shape in all the leagues and tours for this week. I need a couple people to go finish bad and pro. I should tell everyone that. Let's see. I want people to go finish the pro tour so that I can finish in the top half. Like 4 more people have to finish below me, which is plus 11. So just like go finish plus 50 or something. And then I'll get some points. See if anyone like did round 1 wants to finish round 2 in the next 10 minutes. Okay, 25. I love that. It's right through that little break. It'll bump it to the right. It's all uphill. I think the speeds are 11, but crush the last one. Let's see. Like 7 would be better. Stay straight. Oh my goodness. I thought we had it. By George, I thought we had it. So yeah, I compared the leader's only at 2. We can do it. I compared my round yesterday to a scratch golfer any scratch golfer who's played that course and has shot scope, and then everyone else, they like analytically make them a scratch golfer based on like the finishes and stuff. So it can compare you to anything, but compared to a scratch golfer, I was better strokes gained off the tee, approaches, and short game, and then lost 7 strokes in putting. Like they're doing the exact same thing I'm doing, except they have 27 putts around instead of 34. You know what I mean? Like that seems doable still. So I still think that that's where my focus needs to be, is just making more putts and having no 3 putts. Where'd that come from? 130. Oh, and I drove all day today. So I wanted to do something active before I just went and laid down after sitting in a car for 16 hours in 3 days. Run out. Thank you. It still looks good. All right. Basically, it's been 2 clubs so far. My gap wedge and a couple pitching wedges. And it's perfect for just like a little fadey gap wedge. Is it fading? It's literally going left and long. That was me hitting a fade. All right, 20. Oh, God. I want 20? Now you have a hard putt. Well, we could win this league too. So yeah, Pro Tour I need some people to finish below me. SGT Tour I'm in 11th place so far at -1, which is pretty crazy. And then the D-Lud Golf League I'm winning. Flying Fat Kids League I'm winning. No Pros League I'm tied with Craig, but technically winning on the back nine score thing. So yeah, I had a really good week of golf. Makes me happy. Oh, what a par. What a par. That's what we like to see. And I just like didn't eat since I was just driving and had like a Mountain Dew and just hit the road. So I'm like down 5 pounds just from fasting a little bit. All right, love to put one close here. All the way in the back. I think just a 120 should be fine. 120, what am I thinking? 115 should be fine though. No, it was too far. Wind got me a little. All right, 9. It's nice and soft. Soft hands. I like to just throw a dart here. Come on. Oh, I almost shanked that one. Slash, I did shank that one. I was trying to be Luke Kwan. I watched a Luke Kwan video on my drive, and I was like, I could do that. Although, really, I want to be Ty. Taco Golf. If you haven't seen Taco Golf, he's one of Luke Kwan's friends. You probably know who Luke Kwan is at least. Taco Golf has one of the best swings ever. And then they'll just tell him in the middle of a round for money, like, hey, do Henrik Stenson, do Rory, do Justin Rose, do Adam Scott. And he can like mimic all of the swings pretty good. So he's a really fun watch. That was weird. Gonna work out. Weird as in I chunked it. All right, 92. I think this is the one we rip back a little bit. Very straight. Should take that with us to the bank. Oh boy. 2939. There's a number for that, and it's 9. Not even going to move it. I'm just going to hit it. Speed was pretty good. I just pushed it. I think straight was the answer. I guess I could have used 5-minute epoxy, and we would have been done. We could have tried it. Didn't even think about it. All right, I have this shot here that I've been working on. It's taking my 120 club, 130 club, and hitting like a little knockdown 100. You ready? Okay. Not my best feel. On the thing, it was 103, so like in theory, that was close. All right, we need another birdie though. Maybe a couple more. All right, 18. Oh, getting that circle. Okay. All right, come on, man. From 100 to 120, we're like missing the green. That ain't great. All right, I think we hump up. No. No, yeah. This time we go after a little draw in there, gap wedge, use the wind. Just hit a nice solid one, and we'll be good. Yeah, I took my foot off the gas just a little. They're totally fine. Got a chance here. Got a chance. Just I don't even want to go left. Right there. Oh yeah. All right, 6.2 gets us a bird. I hit it too hard. Is it okay? Oh God. 6.2 didn't get us a bird. Needed more. All right, 142. It's our longest one of the day. I have to pull a 9-iron. Nine iron. Pretty good. I hit a really good 7-iron yesterday. That I squared it up perfect, and then like after I hit it, I just kind of I had pushed so hard with my front leg to like clear and give myself room to hit that thing that I literally like stepped backwards. So not the most well balanced shot ever. I kind of just did it again, but I feel like I am clearing and getting out of the way and having a good path that way. But we could do a little better with the balance. I don't. Yeah, whatever. This might be it. It's more than that. Wow. Wow. Big dog, what's up? Oh, it's still drying, senor. It's 24-hour epoxy, so it will be tested mañana. So I don't know yet. That is kind of the goal. These feel very handle heavy, and I had to put some lead tape on the club heads so that I could have some feeling, but they're heavy. Like I labor through the zone sometimes, and that's not really how I want to be hitting all of my irons all day, every day in here. So I think just for my back's sake, I'll go a little lighter and probably graphite, and then hopefully I agree with you. I might get a little better feeling through the bottom. Although these aren't bad now that I put the lead tape on there. I really can't complain too much. Ooh. Jukebox Hero. All right, good chance here. Come on. Yeah. Turn. Yes. Yeah, a little high draw, a little high nasty draw. And we made the putt. Yeah, I've been playing pretty good, big dog. I've been happy with myself. Want to just like, if I stayed here for like 3 years and just played golf like this for 3 years or 4 years, and then, you know, whatever happens, happens after that. I could decline maybe after that, but I'd be pretty happy just sitting here shooting 78s and 77s and having some birdies and eagles and playing good sim golf. I'm pretty content. Not really hunting for anything else, which is a weird place to be. That was pushed. It's good distance though. I'll just keep trying to make better decisions. I think maybe skill and all that is one thing, but I could make better course management decisions for sure. It's too hard. That's it. It's way too hard. Get your feel back, man. You're a sim legend now, big dog. You can't go outside. I find it easier when I'm like playing good on sim and then I go outside and someone gives me a yardage and they're like, hey, it's 140. Lie looks pretty good. I know that swing. Grab the 9-iron, hit a 90%er. It's just alignment is really, when I go outdoors, everything's not so square. And so looking out into the distance and being like, where am I actually aiming? That's my biggest issue, I think, outside. Yeah, always. I always think of big dog when I make a bad course management decision or I don't look at the heat map. All right, this is for a par. Nope, no power saving mode. Come on. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to try a big dog special here. A little fadey 100-yarder. Big hop. Oh, just not enough. Gosh, I almost feel like I should putt it. Almost. Yeah. What my inside 100 yardages seem to be different outside sometimes. Because I have a pretty good feel for like my 50-yarder, and I'll go outside and hit that same shot, and it'll go 20 yards over the green. I'll be like, whoa. So I think sometimes the wedges are weird, but for like a full shot, the yardages are almost identical, man. Who do we got? What doing? What you doing? What doing? We're trying to win Central Park South Fantasy Par 3 League. If I didn't pull that, that was really good. Yeah, right. Yeah, That's why I told the yes, what doing? That was the whole point of. I saw that someone else hit it like 425 over the green, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a fun hole. And I think a lot of people just aimed left and went right at it. It was fun. But Big Dog, I hear you, and I agree with you 100%. Greens and reg is the game. Like, it's certainly the game in simulator, because you can make a putt at any time. And if your distances are pretty decent, you're not going to three putt a lot. So just like hitting the green in general is a big deal in sim. And then if you take that to your outdoor golf and you just hit a bunch of greens, you're going to be in good shape. Like, even if you're a horrible putter like me, then you'll end up with like a 75, you know. And I don't even think I'm that bad of a putter. I made some putts. I just need to still shave 5 more putts off my rounds, which is weird. Sit. Come on, let's put this one in the way. Craig won't ever let you in, Big Dog. Ooh, what mini driver do you have? What doing? You got the R7 quad or Callaway or Titleist or TaylorMade. Which one? Probably TaylorMade, huh? That's the most popular one, probably. I pushed it a little bit. I don't even know why I aimed on that edge. That was so stupid. Oh no, it's a 5-iron. Just one hole that's long. We'll just have to get a 6 there. We can do it. We can get a 6 there tonight. Okay, I bet if you played lefty, you can do it. Burner, bought it used. You have Hines Ward, the Steelers Hall of Fame wide receivers, burner mini driver. How does that happen? That sounds like a story. I thought it would draw a little, to be quite frank. We hit that really nice, though. I think a chip in is needed. That's so crazy. Yeah, your GC would be in jeopardy if you just switched to lefty. Although I feel like mine's in jeopardy, and I've been playing right-handed my whole life, so. All right, let's make this 12. I pulled it. I suck. Get in there. One more chance to take the lead. Come on. Oh, 150. I think it's a 9. Everything's been a little long today. All right, best shot of the day. Hold it up against the wind. Just send it on its way. Full 9. gonna fade. Bounce up there. Oh, what in the frick? It hit something on the freaking edge. I think we would have been at least a yard closer. But didn't do that. All right, big putt here. We can make it. What do we think? Just everything going towards the hole, really. It's going to slide down and go even more right than we think. One more click. Right there. 15-footer. It's right at 5. Straight as an arrow. Really bend. Start bending. Oh my gosh, I hit it too hard. There's a birdie on 1 that you can't see, like right here. Another circle. Let's take a look at the stats. Okay, the guy at the PGA Superstore in Scottsdale said he promised that Hines Ward assistant came in and sold it to him. Hey, as long as he didn't charge you more and it was just a story, then I'm all for it. All right, 10 greens, only 2 birdies. Not the best putting day again. 26 putts. That was fun though, and we're tied for the lead there too. I'm gonna get like 15 trophies this week. All right, what else do we want to do? Course review? See what's new? Newest. We have a T-squared beta course, Karui Cliffs. Yes, please. We're definitely checking that out. And then Puerto Rico Bahia Resort, Bedminster. Sure. A fictional course. I always love those. All right, let's check out Karui Cliffs, a beta, and then we'll check out the fictional course. And if they're any good, we'll do some actual videos for them for the channel later on. This will be a test run. Icon Lakes, Greystone in Minnesota, Lake Quivira. It's kind of cool. All right, for those of you that have been here since the beginning, let's check in on our epoxy. It's starting to get a little gooey and sticky. So this would be like the last moment that I would move it if I was going to move it. I'm going to leave it. I think it's fine. Black tees. How about some short tees? 11. Holes. Oh, see, look at this course layout thing. The 6-hole highlights were added. I did a video on it. It's coming out soon. It's kind of a weird feature, and that's not fully put in yet. But Big Dog, any holes that we should definitely play? Big Dog has a photo with the U.S. Open trophy at Karuri Cliffs. He's been there. This is firsthand knowledge. Does he have any hole recommendations before we go? 19th. I don't see a 19th. Okay, we're doing these 4. He didn't answer seriously. Just kidding. I'm sure it looks awesome. And then we'll have to, basically a T-squared course we're going to review anyway. Like, T Squared, Pac-Man, Judd. Those are like, and POB 16. Those four are like my all-timers. Go to the bar. It's a good idea. Wow. All right, let's see if we can find anything wrong with this for T Squared. Holy smokes. You weren't kidding. We are on top of a mountain. I gotta travel more. I just drove 8 hours and played a course that I've played a million times. Oh, let's see. Calorie. Okay. Calorie Cliffs. On GS Pro, if the course has the word cliffs in it, you should definitely play it. Like, all of them are good. Commission the chat in San Diego. What's up, Craig? We're just doing a little course review here at Cowrie Cliffs. Big Dog has been there, and I replaced the shaft in my 5-iron earlier, so now you're all caught up. Is that coming back? Nope. Thought I faded it. It's very straight. Just left. Oh. Guess who just practiced 127-yard shots? This guy. All right, Cowrie Cliffs. This place does look dope. Ooh, came off the stupid. Yeah, I hit that straight. It just came off the cliff all sideways. Oh. Big Dog's up to 37th. Nice, man. So, Craig, he did say he'd play left-handed. You in on that? If it's filmed? All right, 8.5 maybe gives us a chance. Look at that sunset over there. Just get to the circle and Whoa! Look at that bridge. That'd be terrifying. Are you serious? I would be scared. Commish, this looks like a no pros league for next week. Oh, sorry, Big Dog. He's not 37. This course is 37. But, oh, there you go. Commish says left-handed's a go. But, Commish, we might have to do this one for our no pros league or for TNT or something. Pretty sick. Hit it. Oh. Jukebox hero. Baby. That's why Commish is in the chat, San Diego. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm gonna try this other course in a second. It's like a fictional course. See what that's like too. This place is pretty neato. It reminds me of like the New Zealand version of Landman, you know? We're like stuck in the hills here. It's just a little fiver. Break. Yeah, you see the similarities there? Look at this hole. How fun is that? How fun is that one? I mean, definitely gotta do it. Not gonna do it. Alright. It's just a smoothie. I don't even think you have to go after it. Oh, I got caught in a bush. Okay, well, kind of deserve that. We're on a huge upslope. Trying to go 38. It's going to be a weird one. No idea. Bounce card, go in there. Oh, we're putting for a par. No, we're putting for a birdie. I forgot. It's a short par 4. Yeah, I like the course too. We're tied. I was talking about you a minute ago. We are tied in that one. I'll split the trophy with you. I don't really agree with the lowest back 9 tiebreaker. I think that's weird. It should be lowest 9 total, if anything, right? All right, I'm gonna try and blast it in there. Ah. Seventh hole is the signature. I asked you, and we were too late. I'll do the 7th hole when I do the actual course review. Since this is the beta, we'll let it come out and then do a full review. Let T Squared put all the finishing touches on it and whatnot. That way, I don't pull it. Bounce. Get out of there. Ooh, get back. Yeah, that's even better. The par 5. So while that was horrendous, we're not out of it. Where am I aiming? Okay, good. Oh, that was horrid. Get around that tree, though. Okay. Horrid, yet functional. All right, one more shot here. The legend, yeah. No, you must have had a good round, dude. I thought the course was kind of tough with how the driving was, at least. So getting a couple birdies in there was good. I pulled it. Oh, it's going to be a long putt. All right, come on. Ooh, I think it's pretty straight. Watch this. So we'll go to 40 and then to 30. So it's only should be like 8. That's 9. Is it going to come back? It's trying. That was fun. Just a bunch of pars there. Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. Commish, I was like, I think you can do that for the tour stuff. And then when I was driving out to Albuquerque, I just listened to and watched a little bit of Danko and Stice. Was it Danko and Stice? Or was it Stice and you? Or you and Danko? One of you guys was playing together on web. So maybe it was Danko and Stice on web. And I was just like watching and listening to them, and it took up a good like hour and a half of my drive. I was like, sweet. Okay, I wanted to try this other course. It's fictional. I'm always down for that. Fine black tees. 11. Looks like a par 3 course. Let's go soft. No back 9 here. It's all long ones. Ugh. How about blue? What does that do for us? Better. Blitz King Squire 9. What do we think this one is? Oh, Bogeyman and Stice. Yes. Yeah, I think I can do TNT this week. I don't see why not. Let's set this down now. Ooh, this looks cool. It's in the mountains or something. Got some fog. Ooh, pulled it a little. Try to just get it up there. Blitz King. I wonder if we're going to get to a castle. Oh. All right. I shouldn't even go that much. There we go. Woo! Ram it in there. Oh. Well, let's be on the same team, Kamish. I'm playing well. Big Dog, we'll see you out on the sim, my man. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, Kamish, put me on there. Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready to play. Put me in, go. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. Oh, too hard. That was such a lovely ball flight. Right over it. Wow, okay, this is a lot. That's going to be 60, it's going to be 80 feet. Let's hit it 80 feet. Let's see what happens. That was exactly how I wanted to hit. Turn left! Oh! That would have been so sick. Get in there. All right, starting to hold. 139. Can't believe that came out like the right speed. That's crazy. At 138. Oh, bother. Sit before the crap. All right. I'm ready to play today. All right, 23. Fringe boost. Now we're in. All right, 139. All right, 1, 2. Power fade, 9-iron. Rarely pulled off in this house, but dang it. Still not pulled off. It didn't even fade, man. Went left. Oh boy. Sure. Just feel it. Feel it. 8. Somehow that was good speed. Had to be farther left than that. Oh my god. All right, couple more. Come on. 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. Certainly. We can get a pitching wedge there now, eh? All right, just a dead straight one. Yeah. Good stats there. I'll take it. Yeah, 3-man scramble. We're making this. That's what I'm saying. I'll get you to 15 feet. And then we will just drip this puppy in. Just a dripper. Woo! Nice mountains. I like those. It's definitely a fun project for whoever put this together. I'm not a fan, you know? All right. Power fade 8-iron. Maybe we can do that. Fade. Oh man, that was definitely power fade. Crushed it. 400 spin to the right. It wasn't quite going right. Enough. It's all right. 18, upslope, right hand. All right, boys. Night is coming to an end. We got new Pro Tour, new SGT Tour, new leagues coming up. My league goes till Wednesday. No Pro goes till Thursday, right, Craig? Is that correct? So those are kind of the main ones. I play Bogey's Backyard to get into those raffles. And then Flying Fat Kids. Another Flying Fat Kid starts tomorrow as well. So there'll be a lot of new live stream golf, and then one day probably where we'll have to use my old set or something while all the other clubs dry, assuming that the 5-iron goes well, because I'm pretty excited for that change. All right, we want to try something. Let's try something weird. Just a little like lighted one in there. Oh, it froze sort of. That was cool. Dang it. So it looked like the tees basically gave you this range, like I've just hitting the same clubs, 9 irons, 8 irons. And then if you went back, you would get, 7 and 6. If you went to the tips, you'd get 5s and hybrids and stuff for me, or, people who hit harder would be able to do other things, but there's not a lot of variety throughout the round. I think the tees are the variety. Oh, I wanted that to fade so bad. It went left also. Please stop. Woohoo! Okay, deep rough. I'm working on my fade, so, want that in the bag, but so far everything just keeps going left. Draws we can hit now for some reason. That's too long. We're going 25, dude. Run out. Ah. Perfect. Well, 15 would be great. Money. All right, last one, 165. Ooh, a little island green. I think if I hit a kind of harder 8-iron, it'll get there fine. Turn over a little. Ah, it's going right. Last. Not gonna lie, I was afraid to turn it over into the water. This was always the play. Wow, horrible, horrible. Are we gonna be under par, or are we gonna be even par? It's another 5.5 little dish. You like that? Walk off. Whew. Commish out. Later, buddy. I'm out too. That's the last thing for me. I downloaded a few more courses. I will try and make a video out of some of those. Definitely play that New Zealand one again. That was fun. And lots of golf upcoming. We will see you guys then. Make sure to like, subscribe, bell notifications so you don't miss these. Don't turn it on like loud notification like an alarm because I played late. But if you're interested when the live streams start, they're pretty random most days. So hit the bell for that and become a channel member. Commish and Stice and Denko and Flying Fat Kid should all have be getting something from me for being channel members. And they'll have another opportunity to get something here soon. So look forward to that, guys, and we'll see you later. Peace out.